Good evening. I would like to welcome you, like every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Spanish time, to our success call of Arbistar 2.0. My name is Ivan Grima. I'm a master distributor of the company Arbistar 2.0. I not belong to the corporate team. I am not the company, but I am blessed with the trust of the company to be working with them and cooperate in some department with them. I am also blessed to work with a lot of clients. We could say that Alex, my associate, and me, we are like the link between the teams, the clients, and the company. I'd like to say thanks again to the whole support team that is doing a great job. There are sometimes some tickets that take a little bit longer, but we can honestly say that the support team is improving daily and answering the tickets always faster. Like every Wednesday, we are able to have the corporate team, or at least a part of it, with us on this call. Today we have with us Santi Fuentes, the CEO, who will give us some updates, as well Alexis Miranda from the compliance department. That said, as you all know, this success call is not here to explain who Arbistar 2.0 is, what the company is doing, and so on. It is not a call to present the company itself. It's also not a call where we answer support cases. We are not able to handle support cases from where we are streaming these live calls. It's not that we not like to help, it's just that we cannot access the support portal from where we are streaming this call. I will answer some questions that you might have during this call on the end of the call, so please stay with us and wait for the questions. I would also like to remind you that we not allowed any links to be posted in this chat and ask you to be polite to each other. Please make sure that you visit our official YouTube channel, which is www.arbistar.com/YouTube, where you could find the presentation video or the success calls from the last few weeks, showing what Arbistar 2.0 is doing and who we are, as well explaining about the Amico plan, which is the company's referral program that thousands of members are taking advantage of, but has to be said that it is optional. Referring or recommending Arbistar 2.0 is optional, and users don't need to be part of it to take advantage of what Arbistar 2.0 is offering for the members. I will be showing you today again some functions at the dashboard, which we do every week and will do as long it takes, so that everybody understands how certain functions work, as there are still some users who are still asking us the same questions over and over again. There is two things at the back office that I like to talk about it, as well the latest newsletter that was sent by the company. Let me just share my screen with you. Hold on, please.
Del back office para explicaros dos situaciones durante el día de hoy. También me gustaría repasar la última llamada de éxito, la última news que envió la empresa. Estoy entrando en una de las cuentas de prueba y ahora os comparto pantalla. Compartir pantalla. Aquí. Esta es la que quiero compartir. Estupendo.
So here is the back office of this test account. Just some basic information. As you all know, we have now, since a few days, the option to select the language here on the top. There are some users who use Google Chrome for translation, and as we have mentioned it before, this might result in errors, as Google Chrome is not translating it 100% correctly. So please make sure that you have turned off the automatic translation service from Google Chrome, at least for this page, to avoid errors in the back office page.
Es decir, que aunque tú tengas tu traductor de la propia back office, es importante que tengas deshabilitado la traducción, al menos de esta página, desde Google Chrome. Es una pequeña tontería, pero continúan llegando correos a soporte sobre ese motivo.
Another thing that I like to mention here is the subject about the investment. For that we will go to the product section, where we can see the minimum that was changed to 300 euro for the community bot. When the user then selects to make an investment, then the user needs to write the amount of euro that they would like to invest. This is, as we have already explained it before, due to the volatility of the Bitcoin price. Today, the price just increased by 4%, but the last few weeks it went down of about 9%. So that's why the investment amount is showing here in euro. But as soon as that the investment amount has been selected and the user confirms the order, then the system automatically calculates the amount in Bitcoin that the user has to send. If the user uses a wallet such as my Celium, which gives the possibility to scan the order, this will see the correct amount and the address automatically. So this is one of the reasons why I recommend the Mycelium wallet to avoid any error in the transactions. There are two things that have to be considered when using a wallet like Virex. The amount is not automatically recognized and sometimes some digits are missing, and that would then be an issue, as the user would then not send the correct amount to the platform in such case. So please make sure that the full and correct amount is being sent to the platform to avoid any issues. There are some situations where the user is creating an order of 300 euro worth of Bitcoin, but is then trying to send an amount of 2,000 euro worth of Bitcoin. In this case, the system will, of course, only validate the amount mentioned in the order and not any other amount that the user likes to send to the platform. It arrives at the wallet of Arbistar, but the system has no chance to validate the amount. This will also affect the users who like to work with the Amigo plan. The support team is able to sort this issue out and add the difference later to the original order, but the sponsor will only be credited with the commission based on the amount that was showing on the original order, not the order that was manually added by the support team. So it is also the responsibility of the sponsor to educate the new members correctly. I know that I have mentioned this every week before already, but I think this is important as our community is growing fast and we have now already over 25,000 members.
No deja de que dicha facturación no está subiendo de manera correcta para ese cliente, está subiendo la facturación de la orden. Así que es tu responsabilidad también, porque estás en juego de que puedas generar más ingresos o menos gracias a los bonos, ¿de acuerdo? Así que es una puntualización que quería hacer de las aportaciones. Siempre lo repaso cada semana, pero creo que es importante ya que cada vez somos más clientes, más de 25.000 clientes, y es importante hacer una buena educación. Ya que estamos aquí y hablamos de educación y hablamos de conocimiento,
talking about educating members, it is very important that all the new members visit our official YouTube channel, where they can find all kind of information such as promotion videos, which can be helpful if the user like to promote the products. Also the success calls in Spanish as well in English voiceover, interviews with the corporate team such as Santi Fuentes as well Victor Franz, and so on.
Vuelvo a repetir, el plan amigo no es obligatorio, pero si lo desarrollas, es cierto que hay una comisión de los rendimientos de los clientes que te puede favorecer muchísimo. Como digo, existen vídeos informativos, vídeos, por ejemplo, entrevistas. Hay una entrevista del propio Víctor Fran, director de desarrollo, director jefe de desarrollo, que es espectacular, dicha entrevista. Vídeos más cortitos que tú puedes utilizar para promocionar en tu Instagram o en tus redes sociales y, por supuesto, información y estas llamadas de éxito que me parece muy interesante que todos podamos revisar, ya no solo sea en directo, sino que luego podamos revisar. Tenemos, por ejemplo, el último vídeo, una entrevista realizada al propio Santi Fuentes, CEO de la compañía Arbistar 2.0, en las oficinas de Arbistar, ¿no? Como digo, vídeos de calidad. Tenemos vídeos sobre la Arbistar Pay, realizados también vídeos, no recuerdo ahora el último vídeo que se subió, pero era espectacular. Eric Albán lo creó. Muchísimas gracias, Eric. La verdad es que es un material espectacular. Mucho del material que tenemos en este canal oficial de YouTube es realizado por él, así que públicamente muchísimas gracias. Y si le quieres contratar, pues adelante, ¿de acuerdo? Bien, quería mencionar por último otra cosita del apartado Back Office. En este caso me voy a desplazar hacia el apartado Withdraw.
The last thing I like to talk about regarding the back office is the withdraw section. As you all know, there is always an information pop-up in any section that any action is required by the user. This pop-up is explaining the terms and conditions from that certain section, and every user should read
Es
them
el último día que
carefully.
la persona puede
The user
realizar
can
una
here, at the withdraw
solicitud
section,
de
request a
withdraw.
capital withdraw.
Dicha
The withdrawal
solicitud,
request
y de
of the
hecho lo vemos
available
en
amount
pantalla,
can
se
always
puede
be made
pedir
from
desde
the
el día 1
first day
hasta el
of the
día
month to the last day.
31, ¿de
As
acuerdo?
an
De ese
example, from the
capital
1st
que
of
está
July
disponible, una
and the
vez ya han
last
pasado los
request
60
today on the
días de
31st of
una
July
aportación o de un
2019. The
component que
payout
llamamos
will
My Finance,
be
se va
then on the
desbloqueando ese
first
capital
Saturday
y
of
por
the
lo tanto
following
podemos
month.
solicitar
For
dicho
July
retiro,
requests,
ya sea de
that
un
would be the
porcentaje
3rd
del total
August of
de
2019.
dicho
Don't
capital ya
forget, we
disponible.
always talk about Spanish
Queda
time
así
zone.
muy clarito. Y algo muy importante, muy importante. Llegan algunos casos a soporte de cosas un poco extrañas. Alex, un poco del troleo. ¿De acuerdo? Por el sonido. ¿Sí? Mejor. Estupendo, gracias. Como decía, cuando nosotros solicitamos un withdraw, es importante que utilicemos una sola solicitud. ¿De acuerdo? ¿Qué significa? Significa que si yo tengo un total disponible y quiero generar una solicitud de retiro, ¿de acuerdo?
So when the user likes to make a withdrawal request, then it will show immediately here, and it also says that the next payout date is the 3rd August 2019. Please note that you can have only one withdrawal request per month. What happened was that there was some user in June that wanted to make a withdrawal on the first Saturday of July. They created several withdrawal requests, but the system can only detect the newest one, and only one, not multiple requests for the same account at the same month. So the user has to make sure that if they like to change the withdrawal request, that they first delete all existing requests and then create a new request. For example, on the 15th of July, the user decides to make a request, and then more capital will be unlocked on the 25th of July, and the user decides to make a higher withdrawal. That's not a problem, but please delete first the old request that was made on the 15th and create a new request with the correct amount that you like to withdraw on the 25th.
Así que mi recomendación es que estén siempre todas canceladas, a no ser que lo que quieras utilizar es una y lo hagas de una sola vez. Vamos a suponer que tú la realizas el día 15 de mes y el día 25 se te desbloquea más capital. No sucede nada, simplemente cancelas dicha aportación y generas una nueva con el porcentaje y el total disponible nuevo y por lo tanto es lo que tú quieres realizar. ¿De acuerdo? Hay algunos casos, no muchos, pero hay algunos casos con esta, no incidencia, pero con este malentendido tal vez. ¿De acuerdo? Estas son las dos situaciones que hoy quería explicar del back office. Y por último me gustaría explicar, voy a dejar de compartir pantalla de aquí y voy a compartir pantalla en otro lugar. Estupendo. La última news para un breve repaso para aquellas personas que tal vez no tuvieron la oportunidad de conectarse.
All the users are getting this newsletter in which they can find the link to the promotion videos on our official YouTube channel, which every user can subscribe to and get then notifications for any updated video that we post there. There is also some information about the application mentioned in the newsletter, the app that all the users are waiting for. There was some people that created some fake applications at Google's Play Store, which are not even real applications, just some images pretending to be Arbistar app, with the intention to get the user's personal and login details. So please make sure that you get and trust only the official apps and news. And when I say official, then I talk about news and links that was announced here on the success call or that was sent by official newsletter. There will be a button installed in a few hours at the back office which will connect the user to the application directly. This is regarding the Android version. The iOS version is following soon too.
Que de hecho no eran ni una app, eran imágenes de la plataforma. Bien, todo lo que no sea oficial, y cuando me refiero a oficial, que sea de estas propias llamadas que el corporativo dan como oficiales, y por supuesto lo que venga de las news. De hecho, en muy poquitas horas, prácticamente mañana, habrá un botón donde desde el propio back office te puedas descargar dicha app. Y ahora os voy a mostrar cuál es la oficial directamente desde Apple Store para el caso de Android. El caso de Apple, queda muy poquito, ¿cierto, Alex? Para que esté el caso de Apple se están acabando. Y como digo, asegúrate de descargar las apps oficiales y bueno, si ves alguna situación, que de hecho hoy el Departamento de Compliance nos va a explicar una de las nuevas situaciones que está sucediendo de nuevas estafas, la gente nunca descansa, pues entonces lo reportas a support o lo reportas a compliance@arbistar.com. ¿De acuerdo? Esto es un poco lo que estábamos mencionando sobre el día de hoy. Y por último, y ahora sí ya dejo paso a mi compañero, os voy a mostrar. Esto lo tenemos. De acuerdo. Vale. Aquí. Vuelvo a mostrar esta pantalla. Si nos
And for last,
dirigimos
I like to
a
show
App
you the
Store,
app
nos
at Google Play
encontramos
Store
en este
and
caso
how it
buscando
looks like.
Arbistar 2.0.
You can
Fijaros,
see
ya
there
existe
is
aquí
already
una
again
tal
a fake
Amelia Jordan, no sé quién
app
es.
from a
Obviamente el
certain
logo ya
Amelia
se ve,
Jordan,
es una cuestión de
but you can
sentido
see
común,
here the official
totalmente
one.
desfigurado y que no tiene
This
ningún
one
tipo de
is the
lógica.
one that
Esta
the
sería la
user can
oficial.
install and use
¿Te
on
ves,
their
Jessica?
Android phone.
Verifícame, Alex,
Don't forget the
si es esta versión
2FA
en pasta.
code
La pantalla
verification is
oficial,
also
¿de
needed
acuerdo? Y
and
aquí tú
very
te podrías
important. Make
instalar
also
en
sure
tu
that all your team members
terminal de
activate their
smartphone y
2FA
utilizar. ¿De acuerdo? No
verification
obstante,
code
como siempre
and
está el doble
remind them
factor,
that
es
it's
súper
very
importante que
important
tengas
never to
activo
send any
y a
login
los
details
clientes
over
que tú
WhatsApp
tengas en tu
or
organización,
use simple
obligues a
passwords
tener el doble factor
such as
activo.
numbers 1
Es
to 8
importante temas de
or
seguridad, por
own name
ejemplo,
or even own
no
mobile
compartir
number.
contraseñas por WhatsApp, no
This is very
compartir
important and
contraseñas
not
sin
only
que
for
tú
the
des tu
Arbistar
contraseñas o me han
platform.
dicho
We are
clientes que tienen
always more
contraseñas
working with
del 1 al 8, por
technology
ejemplo.
that
Por
is
favor,
used
por
with
el amor
our
de Dios,
smartphones.
ni
It's
contraseñas
not
que
new.
tengan tu
We are
nombre,
connecting
tu
us to
teléfono,
the
etcétera.
internet
Es
from
súper, súper
anywhere here
importante,
on
ya no
this
solo para
planet,
Arbistar.
and on
Si
some
nos
point
estamos
it's
moviendo
our
fuera,
own
tendencia
responsibility to
cada vez
ensure
más
that you have
tecnológica, no
a
viniendo
strong
ahora
password
patadas nuevas,
to ensure
donde
that
nos
your
movemos con el
data is not
smartphone, que nos
misused
conectamos
or
a
stolen.
cualquier web desde
It's
cualquier
your
punto del
income,
mundo.
your
Y
investment.
en el tema
Don't lose it.
económico,
There
en
is a
caso
new app
de que
that many
únicamente estés
people
en
used to
Arbistar,
play
pues
around, taking
conozco
selfies
y a
of
lo
them
mejor
and
me
then
dedico al tema
making
de la
them look
seguridad,
older by
pero si
using the app.
tienes otro tipo de
It's very
negocio, de
funny and I have
comisiones
nothing against
o
that
cualquier
kind of
índole por
applications.
Internet, es tu
But did any
responsabilidad
one of
porque es
you that
tu
have
capital, es
installed it
tu
and used
economía.
that app
¿De acuerdo? Por
carefully
ejemplo, y
read
ya con esto
the
acabo,
terms and conditions of
fijaros
it?
un caso
I am
tan
sure that
básico
there are
que ha
some
estado
people here
rondando
on this
estos
call
últimos
that
días.
have
Había
used
una
this
app
application.
en la cual
It
tú
says
podías
there
meter
clearly that the
imágenes,
user of
fotos
the app gives
y
the
tú
right
podías
to the provider
dejar
to
años
use
en el
all the
futuro y te
details
podías
and
volver
data from the
mayor y te
user's
podías
mobile
volver
phone,
viejo, ¿no?
such as
Está muy bien,
photos,
es
contact
una app
details, and so on.
muy graciosa
And it's
y no tengo nada
provided
en
by
contra de
some
la app,
Russian company,
pero os habéis
which is
leído,
the number one
aquella persona que
country
se
of
haya
hacking.
descargado, y seguro que hay alguna
So
persona en
it's,
esta
for
llamada
me,
que
very
se la haya
important
descargado,
that
os habéis
everybody
leído los términos y
educates
condiciones de
themselves
esa app.
before using things like that,
Leérosla, es súper
as we
interesante.
are
Porque una
converting
persona
us
que
in a
descarga esa
technology
app
society,
y la
and it's
utiliza,
our
le
own
está cediendo
responsibility to
toda
be
su
aware of such
información de su
things.
teléfono,
So
toda,
again,
de
read
manera de
always the
por
terms
vida,
and conditions and make
la
sure
cual
that you
esa
use
persona
the
puede,
original apps.
esa empresa puede utilizar de la manera que quiera para publicar imágenes, para utilizar dicha información, contactos, etcétera. Estáis cediendo toda vuestra información. Y encima es una app que viene de empresas rusas, que son el país número 1 de hackers en el mundo. Así que me parece súper interesante en el cual nos eduquemos, primero de todo, en qué nos estamos convirtiendo, en una era tecnológica. Así que es tu responsabilidad, ¿de acuerdo? No estoy echando la bronca a nadie, pero sí que me parece gracioso porque era una tendencia, fíjate la foto que he hecho y tal. Seguramente hayan otros tipos de app donde hagan situaciones similares, pero si tú lees los términos y condiciones que estás aceptando, pues muy posiblemente no estés cediendo el total de tus datos, ¿de acuerdo? Así que nada, con esto acabo. Voy a dejar de compartir pantalla y ya que estamos hablando de estos casos, voy a dar paso a el compañero de compliance, el señor Alexis. Si lo tenemos, espérate que te busco.
I will now ask Alexis Miranda to join the call. He is in charge of the compliance department.
¿Sí? A ver si lo digo bien. Te estoy dando bien donde te encuentro. Un segundito. Que le dé paso a la persona correcta. Hola. Compliance, buenas tardes. ¿Me puedes, por favor, confirmar? Por por WhatsApp te estoy hablando, señor Compliance. El tiempo online es oro. Hola, ¿me escuchas? ¿No tienes buena conexión, tal vez? Sí, no, pero es que no sé qué nombre te has puesto. De acuerdo, ahora, eso es lo que te estaba preguntando, de acuerdo. A ver. Buenas tardes.
¿Ahora?
Ahora, perfecto, estupendo.
Fantástico, fantástico. Muy
Cosas
bien.
del directo.
Cosas
Muy
del
buenas
directo.
tardes, ¿qué tal?
Bien. Yo quería comentar, ¿se me escucha bien?
Perfecto.
Perfecto, bien. Yo quería comentar un caso de intento de estafa que está ocurriendo, ¿vale? Suele ser común, ¿vale? Suele ser común. No ha
Hello,
ocurrido
everybody.
todavía,
I would like
pero
to talk
ocurrirá
about the
ya algún
case
tiempo
regarding
que lo han
some call
reportado.
centers.
Y el tema
It looks
está
like that some people have rented a call
en la
center
estafa telefónica, el intento de estafa
and then
telefónica.
using
Vamos a
these
ver,
call
se
centers
trata
to
de
call
que
our
alguien
members pretending
ha
to be
cogido
from
una
Arbistar
centralita, a ver, estas
2.0
centralitas
company.
suelen ser de alquiler,
They
¿vale?
then
Suelen
call
ser
the
centralitas que
users,
alquilan o se
and
toman la
as you
red de
can
esa
see, these are
centralita,
numbers of
que son exactamente
044,
estos números que
which
están en
is
pantalla ahora mismo,
from
que
London,
son los de
and
estafa,
99, which is
y
from
se hacen
Madrid.
pasar
So they call
por lo que es
our
la
users and
empresa,
are
¿vale? Por
pretending that
Arbistar.
they are from the company
Te suelen
and
llamar,
try
te
to
suelen
offer
decir que
the
llaman de parte de
users
Arbistar, que
some
le
new
llaman de
things,
vuestra
such as
sede,
special
en este
products
caso,
or a special
incluso
investment
sería el
offer.
teléfono 044, el 44,
Normally,
este que se ve
such
aquí,
kind of call
que son
centers are
números de
able to get
Londres,
our details through our daily
o
routine
el
at the internet
911, un
by
teléfono de
surfing the
Madrid,
internet using
y
Google
suelen
search
suplantar la
or other
identidad del
search
otro. Suelen
engines
decir que
or
son la
buying some
empresa y que
certain
te
training
llaman para
courses about
ofrecerte cualquier
crypto,
cosa, lo que sea,
FX
¿no?
trading, or other offers of some trading software, and so
Venta
on.
especial, una aportación
Those
especial,
kind
lo
of
que sea que
programs
te
are,
ofrecen.
of course, all for free, and
Normalmente, a
the
estos números de
user then
teléfono,
needs to
este
fill out
tipo
some
de empresas
personal
y tipo de
details and share
personas
them with
suelen acceder
their
porque
mobile number.
normalmente nosotros siempre
That's the
sabemos
trigger
cómo
for
funciona el
them
tema de los
to call
algoritmos
the
hoy en
user
día y
and
el
then
tema es
offer
que
them
el
special
fraude
Arbistar
telefónico
products
siempre
or
va persiguiendo
investments,
ciertos
which
temas
are of course all
de
fake and
trading, de
scam.
forex, de
Everybody
criptomonedas, de lo
should
que
know
sea.
by now that the
Y
office is
siempre
in
nos
Tenerife,
llegan
Spain.
publicidad,
There
alguna
are no other
publicidad suele
offices outside of
estar
Tenerife.
preparada siempre
And of course,
a
if any
propósito de
user
alguna
gets
publicidad, alguna
such
campaña
call, then
publicitaria
they should
donde
verify
nos ofrecen
first
cualquier tipo de
if
curso,
it was really
un
coming
curso
from the
de
company.
trading en forex,
So
de
if any
trading en
user should
criptomonedas,
get
de
such calls,
arbitraje,
we ask
incluso
them
alguna
please to
oferta de
write down the number and
criptomonedas,
send
lo
an
que sea.
information email to the
Y
compliance
nosotros para
department
descargar esa
informing us
información
about
que
this
suelen
scam.
regalártela,
This
porque
is to
son
avoid that our
muy
users fall for
buenos,
this kind of scam and to
pues
protect
te hacen poner una
also
serie de
our
datos
brand
como
name,
mínimo, ¿no?
as our
Y muchas
company
veces
is
incluso un
not working
teléfono
that
para
way.
confirmarte el envío de la
The
empresa
company Arbistar is doing their best to find and prosecute
Cuando ya
this
tienen
kind
ese
of
teléfono,
people.
normalmente
So
están para
that's what I
utilizarlo,
like to talk
inclusive,
about today.
¿vale?
You can
Para
see here on the
ofrecerte
screen
lo
the
que sea,
numbers that I
incluso
was talking about.
inversiones en algún
These
tipo
numbers are
de
used for
empresa,
this
sea
scam
de
right
trading
now,
forex,
but I am
sea de
sure that
cripto,
they will
a
add
lo que es a la
and change the
tecnología.
numbers,
Hay que
as
tener
the detected
clarísimo
numbers will
que,
then show in a
en
list that
primer
one
lugar,
of scammers
todos
like that.
sabemos, o deberíamos de saber, que la sede, la única sede de la empresa está en Tenerife, en España. No hay sedes fuera de Tenerife. Y en segundo lugar, pues normalmente si te llaman alguien para algo así, tienes que verificarlo, aunque no sepas que la sede está en España, tienes que verificar realmente que esa llamada sea de Arbistar. No te puedes arriesgar a aceptar ningún tipo de condición, inversión, producto o lo que sea. Entonces, si alguna persona, lógicamente, recibe alguna llamada de esta, lo que tienes que hacer es, desde su teléfono móvil, capturar ese número y detallarlo aquí al departamento de compliance, ¿vale? Es para evitar sobre todo eso, que alguno caiga inocentemente creyendo que es algún tipo de promoción sorpresa, que la empresa no trabaja de esa manera, lógicamente. Entonces, para evitar eso. Arbistar, por su parte, está haciendo lo posible y va a hacer lo posible por coger y llegar al origen de estos números y actuar en consecuencia, lógicamente, porque es un intento de estafa con suplantación de lo que es la empresa de Arbistar. Básicamente eso es lo que quería comentar. Aquí en la pantalla están los números que se han utilizado por el momento. Suelen cambiar porque son números muy cambiantes y sobre todo los de centralita. Y lógicamente a la vez que se detectan, después empiezan a aparecer en listas spam y este tipo de listas que hay en internet sobre este tipo de números. ¿Vale? Pues eso es lo que quería comentar sobre esta advertencia de intentos de estafa telefónica. ¿Ok?
Estupendo, Alex. Muchísimas gracias. Gracias por tu trabajo. Cada vez tienes mucho más trabajo.
Sí.
Pero muchísimas gracias, Alex.
Okay, thanks a lot for all your work. I know that you are getting always more work, and that's why I like to say thanks again and add here again, as I mentioned before, never ever send your personal details by WhatsApp or email. Not even our support team would ask that from our users. They might ask for a selfie holding a handwritten paper with date. This is things that many exchanges are using for verification to ensure that they are communicating with the right person. So thanks again, Alexis, for this important information.
Por lo que sea, se equivocaron en su correo electrónico y quieren cambiarlo. Lo único que sí se pide desde Compliance es cierta información, como una imagen, un selfie, una escrito a mano, por ejemplo, la fecha y el día, es decir, documentos que de hecho se utilizan en muchísimos exchanges para validar que esa persona y esa información es correcta. Así que nada, gracias, Alex, por dicha información. Vamos a dejar de compartir pantalla. Vamos a silenciar al señor Alex, vaya a ser que nos quiera comentar algo más y nos tire de las orejas. En serio, hace un trabajo espectacular. Y vamos a dar paso,
I will now ask Santi Fuentes, our CEO, to join this call. How are you, Santi? Hello, everybody. I'm doing fine, thanks. Do you hear me correctly? As always, I like first to say thanks to the whole team. They are all doing a great job and work very hard. Like you said before, Alexis is having always more work and needs soon an assistant to help with the workload that he has. But that's normal for a company that is growing and has nearly now 30,000 members already. I honestly estimate that the company could have about 100,000 members by the end of this year. We are getting more noticed and have more work, but the corporate team and the whole company is doing their best for our community. Also thanks to the support team, they also are doing a great job and are working really hard. I believe that there are just a few old tickets still pending, and all the new tickets are normally solved in the first 24 hours. I will go into details about the personal bot and the bonus, but first, as you all know, Arbistar 2.0 is a company that is always creating new products. Right now we have the new application which is working well for the Android users and soon also will be available for the Apple users. The RBPay card, that is a financial product. It's not a Bitcoin card, it's clearly a financial product. It's not only a card, it's a banking platform where the user can send and receive money and crypto. So we are not only talking about a plastic card here. It's more like a banking platform with its own back office. For the European people, it's easy to get a bank account, but there are other areas like South America and Asia where it is not that easy, and with the RBPay card they can have access to that. We also have our own platform which we are improving daily, so that people should see and understand that we have our products and are working on improvements, and that we are not depending on other people. Then there are the software, which are online, and some that will be launched at the same time as the personal bot. They are already ready, but we don't like to launch it before other things that we have announced first. So as you all know, we are all waiting for the personal bot. The personal bot, which its first generation was working well, limited but working well, and is now used for the community bot, while we launch the version 2.0, and then we also have the community bot, which is also working well. Yes, we might had some issues at the beginning, but it's running now smoothly. We had planned to launch the parallel and the automated extension at the same time, but unfortunately the automated extension was not ready. Diego will arrive tomorrow at Sofia, as he was working with the development team in Paris, and we will have then a special call with him, where he will give us the latest news. That could be tomorrow evening or the day after in the morning. It was planned that the bot should be ready on the 1st of August, that's tomorrow, as the bonuses was supposed to be changed on the same day. The bonuses will not be changed on the 1st, but on the 5th of August, as we don't like to interrupt the weekly cycle on a Thursday to decide who has reached and who has not reached the bonus. We will close the weekly cycle as normal on Saturday, then we will pay all the weekly payouts and the capital payouts over the weekend, as well the bonuses with the old terms and conditions, without the 5 personal bot. And starting from the 5th of August, Monday, anyone who likes to qualify for the bonus must have 5 sales of the personal bot in their direct line as well. Why is that so? Because on the 5th of August, the bot has to be working. It will work with the parallel extension, which will work 100%. And then a few days later, the automated extension will be added, which we are integrating right now in the parallel bot. So we are talking here for a few more days, so that those people who have no knowledge of arbitrage trading, how it works, how to use it, can use the bot as well. Sure, there will be a difference in the earnings, as the best option is the parallel bot that can create different strategies at the same time. So again, the personal bot is ready to be launched. Diego has just to make a last small check with the server tomorrow afternoon, and then we should get the latest updates on the 1st of August in the evening. Don't be worried about the bonuses. Even if the personal bot will be launched before the weekend, the bonus changes, which are needed to be entitled to reach the bonus, will be effective on the 5th of August. The bonuses are not the Amigo plan. The bonuses are rewards for reaching certain goals that the company set for their members. So tomorrow evening we will have these updates.
Entonces, funcionará inicialmente con el paralelo, pero ya con garantías de que funciona correctamente, y en muy pocos días la versión automatizada que estamos ya integrando dentro del paralelo también saldrá a la luz. Estamos hablando de muy pocos días más para que la gente que no tiene ni idea de arbitraje, ni idea de trading, ni idea de sistemas automatizados, también pueda usar el personal bot. Lógicamente con unas ganancias inferiores, porque el que más ganará será el que más esté encima del bot, creando estrategias, como ya en su momento hablamos del arbitraje paralelo, que para eso está. ¿De acuerdo? Entonces, sí, Iván, se ha reactivado el chat, no sé si estás al caso, lo digo para no distraer a la gente, si puedes cerrarlo de nuevo y... Ok, perfecto. Entonces, si es tan amable, Iván, compárteme el tema de los bonos y de paso ya decir, con el tema del personal bot, que el personal bot está listo. Solo falta que Diego haga una pequeña revisión última con el desarrollador mañana por la tarde. A partir de ahí vamos a tener noticias de Diego con todo el desarrollo que ha supuesto la modificación que supone esto, y ya mañana día 1 por la noche tenemos que tener noticias. Aún así, no os preocupéis porque si sale durante el fin de semana ya con el desarrollo bien hecho y todo correcto, que no saldrá automatizado, saldrá con el paralelo correctamente, no os preocupéis porque para alcanzar los bonos, como digo, empezará todo el día 5 lunes, la nueva fórmula de bonos que hace, lógicamente, que para conseguir los bonos se tenga que trabajar más. Pero yo siempre digo lo mismo, los bonos son premios, no es el plan amigo. El plan amigo no son los bonos forman parte del plan amigo. Pero realmente el plan amigo, la base del plan amigo, las ganancias básicas del plan amigo, no son los bonos. Eso es aparte, ¿de acuerdo? Si quieres compartir, por favor, Iván, pantalla y ponerme el PDF del plan amigo para repasarlo. Por tanto, dejamos bajado el tema del personal bot. Mañana por la noche tenemos noticias, ¿ok? Seguramente ya muy buenas. Y a partir de que tengamos ya el bot funcionando y podamos abrir los back office de la gente con el acceso al bot, podemos ya mencionar de qué forma se va a poder hacer el arbitraje paralelo, que al final va a ser muy parecido al que teníamos anteriormente, pero con algunas modificaciones. ¿Bien? Eso por el parte del personal. Entonces, al final los bonos quedan de la siguiente manera. Iván, por favor, ¿me puedes ir pasando? Hay 4 páginas muy sencillas. ¿Me puedes pasar a la siguiente, por favor?
So the bonuses will be like this.
Bien.
As said, the Amigo plan is not part of the bonus. The Amigo plan is based off the basic earnings, which are all the same for everyone. For those of you who do not understand what the uni-level means, it's a system where anyone can invite as many new members to a program without having any limitation on their first level. More members you will have on your first level means that you will have the possibility of more users on your second, on your third, fourth and fifth level and so on. For those of you who understand the uni-level system, know exactly the potential that this can have. 6% of the sales of the personal bot of the whole team until level 5. Cost per personal bot is 5,000 euro in Bitcoin, which means that the sponsor gets 300 euro in Bitcoin every personal bot that is sold in 5 level deep in his team, paid out on every Saturday. 2% of the investment that are done at the community bot, 2% of the profits that the community bot of your team is generating, and that is also paid out 5 level deep. These are both no bonuses. This is the Amigo plan. So everyone has these earnings, 6% from the personal bot and 2% from the community bot, and that 5 level deep.
300 euros por cada persona que se venda en 5 niveles, los tienes de entrada, nuevecito, recién llegado, ¿vale? Eso puede ser mucho dinero. Y también lo que es mucho dinero, y lo sabéis muchos de los que estáis aquí, porque durante estos meses habéis estado ofreciendo el Community Bot perfectamente, es el 2%, cuidado que esto es una buenísima renta, un 2% sobre los rendimientos de las aportaciones del Community Bot de vuestra gente. Os recordamos que la empresa no cobra sobre las aportaciones, cobra sobre los rendimientos de las aportaciones todos los sábados, ¿vale? Una parte es para el cliente, la otra parte es para la empresa, y de la parte para la empresa os damos un 2% a todos los que estáis realizando el plan amigo, un 2% que se saca de ese 30% que se queda la empresa para pagaros una renta sobre el rendimiento que hace el bot de las aportaciones de vuestra gente hasta el nivel 5. Por tanto, inicialmente todo el mundo tiene esa ganancia, no los bonos son aparte, ¿de acuerdo? Inicialmente todo el mundo tiene la ganancia del 6% de los personal bots y el 2% del community bot hasta 5 niveles. ¿Qué ocurre cuando alguien hace un poco más?
So, what happens if someone is working harder? They will reach then the bonus 1, that is unlocking 10 levels. What does that mean? It means that anyone that is generating more than 30,000 euro worth in Bitcoin turnover in their first level, not depending if that is by buying the personal bot at 5,000 euro or investing into the community bot, in total 30,000 euro, this will unlock the 6th to the 10th level. And the user can earn the 6% for the personal bot sales and the 2% for the community bot. Not only 5 level, but 10 level deep. It's not doubling your income. It will multiply your earnings at least by 4, as the most turnover is made in the deeper levels, such as level 6, 7 and so on. So this is bonus 1, which means the unlocking of level 6 to 10.
La posibilidad de ganar dinero, porque donde está realmente la mayor cantidad de gente en tu equipo, cuando llevas un tiempo trabajando, es en el nivel 6, 7, 8, y ya ni te cuento el nivel 9 y el nivel 10. Espectacular. Así que ese es el bono 1, que es un bono que significa...
Coming to bonus 2, this is the bonus that has a small change, as the bonus 1 is still the same as before. It's not harder, it's just a little bit different for the user, as we will have now soon 2 products available with the community bot and the personal bot. So we have changed it from 100,000 euro worth in Bitcoin as turnover in the direct line with any product sales, now to new 100,000 euro worth in Bitcoin with a minimum of 25,000 euro in personal bot sales. That means that the user needs to sell at least 5 personal bots in their direct line to reach this bonus. That's the minimum. If the user sells more than 5 personal bots, even better. For the user who reaches this goal, the company pays 10,000 euro worth in Bitcoin as a bonus. And there are members that have already reached this bonus 4 times in the last few weeks. meaning that there are users here that have earned 40,000 euro worth in Bitcoin just as a bonus, as the user can earn this bonus over and over and over again, every time that the goal of 100,000 euro turnover has been reached, with at least 25,000 euro being from personal bot sales each time. We have two products, not only one. The community bot is easy, but the personal bot is our top product. We are not asking that the personal bot has to be 50% of the full amount, but only 25%. So that should be easy to reach for those who work hard promoting our products.
Al final, el producto estrella es el personal de la empresa, no el community. Queremos potenciar el personal bot, claro que sí. Entonces, no os pedimos la mitad de los 100.000, no os pedimos 50.000 en personal bot, pedimos 25.000. Nada más. Así que incluso lo tienes fácil, más fácil que lo que te pondríamos en caso de que quisiéramos dar más protagonismo al personal del que le estamos dando dentro de los bonos. Y que lo tiene, cuidado, porque al final el producto estrella es el personal. ¿De acuerdo? Entonces, así de fácil que era el bono 2. 100.000 igual que siempre, te pagamos 10.000, pero son 5 personal bots como mínimo. ¿De acuerdo? Y el bono 3 viene supeditado un poquito al cambio del bono 2. Es muy
The bonus 3 is very easy. The user needs to reach first bonus 2 to be entitled to bonus 3. The bonus 3 is also called World Bonus and shares 5% of the company monthly profits with the users that have reached the World Bonus. So again, to be entitled to bonus 3, the user needs to reach first bonus 2. No matter how much a user has on turnover in his team, even over 1 million, if the user does not reach the bonus 2, means selling at least 5 personal bots, the user will not be entitled to bonus 3. That is how it is. We have inverted 0.52 Bitcoin to the community bot for those that have already a personal bot but was not able to work with the personal bot or sell the license to other members. This 0.52 Bitcoin have paid them over the last few weeks a daily profit, but we will take them back as soon as that the personal bot is launched. The user will then be able to use and sell the personal bot, and this will be happening coming next week. That said, the World Bonus is paying a lot of money. It will be a little bit challenging to qualify for it, but for those of you who are already at the World Bonus team, you all have the full month of August to re-qualify for it. Some of them will have it a little bit more easy, as they are with Arbistar since the version 1.0 and have some members that was with them since then. So again, we're not asking that they have to be all new users. What we're asking is that the minimum sales has to be 5 personal bots to reach the bonus 2. If that are existing team members or new, that's not a difference to us. So work with your existing team and grow your new team. So that's what I like to talk about today. We are waiting for the updates from Diego tomorrow evening. We will inform the members by newsletter for any updates and looking forward to the launch of our top product this weekend.
Ya estás cumpliendo el objetivo, es decir, ya cuenta las de antes, no hay que hacerlas nuevamente, ¿de acuerdo? Así que este es un poquito, en definitiva, el resumen de todo lo que voy a explicar. Vamos a estar pendientes mañana de Diego, ¿vale? De las noticias, vamos a enviar newsletters, vamos a comunicar todo, vamos a hacer vídeos, y la idea es empezar ya este fin de semana con el producto estrella y empezar a generar ya...
That's it. Ivan will take over again and answer some questions that are in the chat. Thanks for being with us. Perfect, Santi. Thanks a lot for taking the time and explaining to us all the details and news.
Nosotros los clientes y poder avanzarnos estas actualizaciones de los bonos, ¿no? Bien, hemos abierto el chat. Como digo, es una nueva función. Parece ser que teóricamente funciona bien. Así que vamos a dejar un breve espacio de tiempo de unos minutos hasta completar la hora para algunas dudas o inquietudes que se puedan contestar. Dice, buenas, tengo una cuenta,
What will happen when the Bitcoin reaches a certain price and all users are beginning to withdraw their investments? Can the system cope with that kind of transactions? No matter what your investment is, and let's say, as example, that you have one Bitcoin invested, then you will always have one Bitcoin invested, no matter what the price of the Bitcoin is doing in the market. So if any user likes to withdraw that investment, then they can do that, of course, with consideration of the 60 days rule for the capital withdrawal.
Estoy leyendo la siguiente pregunta, que es muy larga y quiero contestarla.
As Santi has explained, any personal bot that was sold in the direct line, and we are not talking about new sales only, existing sales count too, 5 sales are needed for the bonus too. Will the community bot stop to exist, and if yes, will the company inform us in advance so that we have time to withdraw our investments? We always have said, since the start of the community bot, that the bot is depending on the market volume and so on. Will there be a private club someday? Maybe, it's possible. And the corporate team has mentioned that several times already, and I am sure that we will be notified in such case. There was last week some fake information that the community bot will be closed in the next 45 days and changed to a private club. There is no official announcement and no one has informed me of such thing. But again, we are trading in real market and are depending on, therefore, on the different factors. Is there any news about the buttons? I guess that you are talking about the payout and compounding button at the profile section. At the moment there is only one button. That means that the commission and the weekly payouts are combined into one button. You can set it for payout, means red, or for compounding, means green, for each week.
O si lo pones en verde, significa que quieres compounding y por lo tanto, de esas comisiones y rendimientos de tu propia aportación, se haría un compounding, una reaportación a tu aportación inicial.
How to download the app for the iOS system? You have to wait a little bit longer. Apple users are not able yet to download the app.
Los que utilizamos Apple todavía no la podemos descargar. Está a muy poquito para poder utilizarla.
It says here that some details are not yet correctly showing at the withdraw section. Some capital has not been unlocked yet. It might take a few hours. The data will be sent to the back office as soon as that the 60-day counter is at 0, but it might take up to 24 hours to show correctly, as there are millions and millions of data exchanges happening at the same time. So just give it a few hours.
De que ha cumplido los 60 días un día, es posible que durante las próximas 24 horas, al día siguiente, se acabe de sumar también al total disponible. Y más negocios, eso no voy a entrar en detalles. La verdad es que el soporte...
There is a user who is complaining about the support team and their slow way to answer the tickets. I guess this is referring to some withdrawal issue, and I have to disagree with you completely. Since working here in the new office with the new support team, the amount of tickets has decreased and the time to answer and solve the tickets as well. This is regarding the normal issues. Your issue is maybe more complicated and we will review your claim here and get back to you. Promise you.
Desde que está este equipo de soporte se va reduciendo muchísimo, así que tu caso no es lo general y por lo tanto funciona muy bien el soporte. No obstante, pues estaremos encantados de revisar tu caso de nuevo.
Is there a minimum recommended to work with the personal bot? I remember that even Diego has last week not mentioned a minimum amount of capital that is needed to work with the personal bot. The more capital you will have in your own exchanges, but is a secure way with your own private keys, the better will be the result, I guess. Less transaction needed and therefore the profit will be better. I, myself, would not add less than 0.1 Bitcoin per exchange, but that's for me.
Bitcoin por exchange. Yo, como criptoinversor, que me gustan mover capital por los exchange. Vale, bien, me gusta. Dice, buenas tardes, tuve una duda.
That's a good one. I have signed up yesterday a friend of mine and he has sent not enough Bitcoin as requested at the order that he has created. He was not able to add the outstanding amount to complete the investment. As the time has run out on the counter, what should he do? First, the investment will arrive to the platform, even if there is a delay. You would need to write a ticket to the support team and they will need to add this manually. Second, the user has sent less Bitcoin as showing on the order that he has created, and the order has not been validated therefore. The same here, write a ticket to the support team and they will take care of it.
También llega esa parte de capital y, por supuesto, escribiendo un correo a soporte y se soluciona. ¿De acuerdo? Súper importante no pagar desde exchange, pero
Very important, never pay from an exchange. Exchanges are here to buy and sell crypto, but should not be used to do payments, not only for Arbistar, any payment that has to be paid in crypto. It's not a law. Sure, you can transfer cryptos from there too. It's just not recommended. Some of the exchanges have some special filters and they may take hours to be confirmed until the exchange sends the Bitcoin on their way. So I highly recommend use exchanges for trading and use wallets to send Bitcoins to other accounts. And the best wallets are the ones that are with private keys.
Por ejemplo, Binance, tienes que validar un correo electrónico y luego hay que pasar un filtro de ese cliente y de esa aportación para que se envíe. Así que puede tardar horas en que Binance mande de tu propia cuenta una transferencia. Así que mi recomendación es, los exchanges son para exchange, intercambios. Las billeteras personales son para hacer envíos. Y, por supuesto, están las billeteras donde tú tienes tus llaves privadas. Esas son las que puedes almacenar tus criptomonedas. Por supuesto que sí. Voy a hacer un repaso hasta abajo. Felicidades a todos, muchísimas gracias.
Would it be able to get 1-year license for a personal bot for the half price? I am not sure which way the corporate team likes to go, but I am sure that they will always go the best possible way for user as well for the company. But it's okay. It's something that you can recommend to the corporate team and see if they accept it. If someone is taking out capital to buy the personal bot, does that affect the sponsor's commissions? For sure. Let's say that you have someone in your direct line that has 1 Bitcoin at the community bot, and after, let's say, 6 months, that user decides to withdraw that Bitcoin. Then this Bitcoin will be deducted at your turnover that was generated in your direct line as well. And if you was missing just a little bit to reach the bonus too, and you had all terms completed, then still the turnover will decrease due to the withdrawal of that direct line withdrawal. Why is that? Because there would be some smart people thinking that they could open several accounts under them, then make an investment on the first, withdraw it and make a new investment at the second account, and then on the third account, and so on. This way, this is not possible. The commission is only paid on active turnovers. The next question is something that Santi should answer. It says, So for the world bonus was calculated monthly, and today it was said that the July bonus will be calculated on Saturday, the 3rd of August. In August is the last day, the Saturday. I'm a little bit confused. Can anyone explain that again? I am not understanding it. Thanks. The bonus will be always calculated from the first to the last day of the month. That's normal. And it will be then paid on the first Saturday of the following month. The only thing that I have said is that we will not make the changes from the old to the new bonus terms in the middle of the week, so that we not interrupt the weekly cycle. So anyone that is reaching the world bonus today, 31st of July 2019, no need to have sold 5 personal bots. But for August we have the whole month. So if we launch the bot on the 3rd of August, there will be still 27 days left to reach the world bonus.
Gracias. Leo más preguntas. Un par de preguntas más, porque no me quiero pasar de la hora, mucho más minutos.
Can I buy the personal bot with my capital that I have in the community bot? Yes, we have mentioned this also already in some previous success calls. We will inform the users how this has to be done as soon as that the personal bot has been launched officially.
Volveremos a recordar cómo se puede hacer dicha compra del personal bot con capital que tenga cada cliente en su plataforma sobre el community. Recordaremos ese correo, recordaremos el proceso, ¿de acuerdo?
How can we see the video of Diego from tomorrow evening? As Santi said, it will be tomorrow or maybe the day after that. That should be tomorrow. Not sure if we will make a live call and record it, or if Diego will send a video message, or if we will put it on YouTube. Depends on the last review of the parallel bot that was already combined with the automated extension. But we will not be ready with that. So better start now with the parallel extension and then next week with the automated extension. There are some people asking from which date that the license will be started. The license will be activated from the day that we start the automated version, as this was how we sold the version 1.0. It was automated. So we don't like to activate the license for a software that some users are not knowing how to use. It's normal that the license will be activated as soon as that the automated version is launched. But yes, the 0.52 Bitcoin that we have invested into the community bots of the personal bot buyers, this will be deducted as soon as that the parallel bot is launched, as there are many users that will use the extension, and I can only recommend to use it, as it is the most profitable one so far. If the personal bot will be launched in the next 2 or 3 days, would you recommend to make a withdrawal request still today from the community bot for those people who are planning to use it with the personal bot, or wait for the next month? Me as a client, and as it is the last day of the month that I can make a request to withdraw, I would do it, so that it would be paid out this coming Saturday, and I would not have to wait for the capital until next month. So this is depending on each user, but the development team has done all the testing that Diego has requested and some more, and we are ready to launch the personal bot. So that's my personal recommendation, not from Arbistar, my personal one. The personal bot will work, so my answer would be yes. If the user like to use that capital to trade with the personal bot, and as it is the last day today to request a withdrawal for this month, then yes, they should do that.
Vale, vamos a leer ya, sí, la última pregunta.
Even if the capital is still blocked at the community bot, can it be used to buy the personal bot? Yes, that is possible so far, even if the 60 days have not been unlocked yet. It's your capital, you can use it for it.
hacer la compra de dicho personal bot con ese capital del community, aunque no hayan superado los 60 días, ¿de acuerdo? Es tu capital en tu plataforma y se puede utilizar, se puede desbloquear en ese caso para la compra del personal bot, ¿de acuerdo? Así que nada, gracias por el
So that's all for today's success call. Thanks again, Santi and Alexis, to take the time to be with us here. And again, make sure that you check the security on anything that you download. It's very important. Starting from downloading videos on your laptop that you work with, groups that share videos and applications. I know it might sound silly, but it's not silly for me. It's very hard to work so that I can earn some commission that pays my living, and then some stupid fun things, or for not being careful with other people, that this can take over my income. Therefore, it is super important to me.
Y nada, de verdad, miraros el tema de la seguridad, es súper importante, de verdad, súper importante, pero cosas tan básicas como descargas de películas desde tu ordenador donde trabajas, cosas como, no sé, grupos donde tengas con amigos que se manden vídeos, según qué aplicaciones, de verdad, súper importante. Parece una tontería, pero para mí no es una tontería. Para mí es muy duro el trabajar y tener que cobrar comisiones para poder vivir y que por una tontería y por un descuido o por algo que no tenemos sabido, pues que nos puedan desplumar de nuestras billeteras, ¿no?
I'd like to say thanks one more time to the support team for their great work that they are doing. Thanks also to the corporate team for their great work. And also a big thanks to the development team. They are improving day by day. So that's all for today. See you next week on Wednesday, 8 p.m. Spanish time zone.
Así que nada, me despido, les deseo muchísimo éxito y nos vemos en la próxima llamada de éxito. Un saludo y éxito.